It's a brand new ream, never been used. See how it performs. Cutting nicely anyway. It feels like it's cutting nice anyway. Okay, I'll take the table across and see if we can get one in there to fit. Get a pin in there to fit anyway. Looks not as tight as I would have liked it, but anyway. It's going to be Loctited in one end. But I think that'll be okay in the end, in the long run. Actually not too bad of a fit, considering. Anyway, same to do one. I'm not going to bore you. Well, this little project took a bit of a turn after I reamed the holes, and I've probably edited this video and screwed it up. Things took a turn for the worse. There you go. Where's the other half? In there. Theoretically, that should be attached to that. I reamed the holes and had the camera and everything set up. And this tap I've used quite a lot. It was a Bordeaux tap. And it was really my fault. The tap was getting dull. And this was made out of that hay spike, which I'd say is fairly good high tensile. And it started tapping nicely, and then it got a little bit firm, so just do a little bit, back it out, a little bit, back it out, and then twang. I've had to edit a fair bit of it out because there's a few words in there I don't think you really appreciate. And it wasn't real good. So I spent the day yesterday stuffing around making these bits. So now they get put to the side. Made it again. Which I'm sort of in one way glad I did. Because I've made it shorter. By about 5mm. And this one works nicely. So I do apologise about this video. I was a bit cheesed off and peeved off and whatever it was, every bit of it. But I'm sort of picking up where I left off. This has got a little dimple in there. The piece of material I used, or piece of shaft I used, had a centre in the end of it, and I didn't want to take it any more further than that, so just got to live with that. I did put a tiny relief, something to point, it's a good point of this one. I did put a tiny relief in this corner here, just so it does sit dead square over top of the vice jaw. So what I've got to do now is remove about 3mm off one piece, off the bottom, and then drill and ream a hole in this end to put a little 4mm dowel out there, just a little stopper, you know what I mean? Just a little doovy, just a little stopper, so you can butt up against that. Probably doesn't need it, but I was looking at the Edge brand ones and they've got it, so I see. Sure, it was Edge. Edge Technology, I think they're called. So a good day on the machine yesterday all turned to crap. I knew everything was going just too good, pretty much. But anyway, let's pick up the pieces and go on from here. I'm going to probably just machine a tiny bit off the edge of this cap screw, and recess that cap screw in the body there at this stage. So I've got that to do yet, and cut these off, glue them in. I'm going to Loctite them in to one end, and hopefully, I'm probably going to spend a bit of time with the file and draw file these later on, just to make them look pretty. So anyway, onwards and upwards, though they say. Okay, I've worked it out. I'm going to bring this down to working in Imperial again. So this height will be a total of 600 when I've finished. So it's about 100 there to come off. So I'm just going to skim across it and take another measurement. Just a real light to cut the start with. I know exactly where I am then, how much to take off. It's not going to take long to get across there. So hopefully should be spot on to 600, if not that close to it. .601. Got to be happy. Okay. It's got me a bit of red. Here it is. A bit too much on there, eh? So the end looks pretty neat there. Pretty happy with that. It's looking pretty good. Just let that sit now and let that go off for a little while, I think.